Thank you, Chairman, members of the committee. I'm Representative Michelle Beckley, currently representing District 65, which was the chairman of Redistricting's district in 2010. I guess they did it in 2012 when they did redistricting. I just want to make a few notes about how this process has come about. I was not included in any of the county discussions that were for Denton County. We made repetitive requests to other county members, which were basically either ignored or just said they would get back to me. We did it through our office. I think we have to look at what happened in Denton County, and I want to make note of a lot of the testimony today was people from Denton County, from all over Denton County, not just Democrats or Republicans or independents. It was both sides of the aisle. They were not included in the maps. They are not happy with what the end result has been. The District 65, as it was, is still within the range of deviation. There was no need to crack it like they did. There's 13 precincts that have been cracked, including the one that I live in. The communities have been just completely shredded. The only reason to do what was done to these two districts is to dilute and disenfranchise voters. You have taken minority communities, their economic, the ways they travel, every which way that you would include a community, it has been broken in Districts 63 and 65 to get to Republican districts. Mind you, this is a swing area. I won with 51.5% going into whoever was going to run on 65 in its current state is still a swing district. It makes you listen to the voters. Not me, but the whole community got turnout higher than it has ever been, both in 2018 and 2020. It's what we as legislators are trying to achieve is participation. At least that's what I am as a legislator. You listen to both sides. The cracking of the precincts is quite frankly heartbreaking when I look at them. It will lead to disenfranchisement because we've seen this. There is no reward for getting people to the polls. And we should be heartbroken by that because I am and everybody on this committee should be. It is not fair what has been done to these voters. People who have started voting souls to the polls had stopped in District 65 because the people were that disenfranchised and had just started happening again. What do you think is going to happen now? Everybody on this committee should be ashamed by what the results of these maps are. Every single one of you. We have an amendment that puts the precincts, the districts back to the communities that they were prior to where they are in the counties. You cannot drive from one district, one side of the county to the other because the roads don't go that way. Everything is north-south, which is how every other district is drawn except for 65 and 63 in Denton County. I'm not supposed to cry. My people told me not to cry, but here I am crying. I'm passionate, and it's just heartbreaking to me what has been done to these precincts, and I ask you to accept the amendment. It doesn't matter whether I run or not. Competitive districts are better for voters. They're better for everybody. You get better representation. I talk to everybody, whether they agree with me or not. I meet with them, and I know most of you do. We talk. And a lot of us argue almost every day. I argue with Democrats and Republicans on a regular basis. And you can ask Joe Moody, he sits in front of me. I saw those maps, and the people were just as passionate today in the testimony. Most of them I did not know. I've never heard of them. But they knew that they needed to testify to save their districts and their communities because they want fair representation. And they split minority districts, and the district I'm in is majority minority, but it's not just one. I have a Chin population. There is Muslims, every kind of religion. I walk to my business, which is now out of the new district that I've been drawn into. That's a mile away from my house. My district office is no longer in my district. We're talking about a mile away. That is what was done to this community. And if it leaves, it will just disenfranchise people. And that is what is here. I don't think any of us are here for that. I think I got everything.
Any questions, members? Representative Harris.
Rep, which amendment were you referring to? Do you know, carrying it or what?
Chairman Turner has it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's simply, Denton County's a big square on the north, on the I-35 corridor. 63 is usually, most of it's on one side, 65 is mostly on the other. It makes sense. It's not all of it, but it makes sense the way it was for the populations. And, we don't have to touch another one of them. We don't have to touch the swing districts. And it actually puts it, because the other reps from Denton County were not meeting with us. Our office drew maps for the county to try to put everybody in the communities, everything. And honestly, we just didn't know. We didn't know which, we knew that probably Representative Stuckey, who was in a rural district, would take a rural county. We didn't know that it was going to be Wise County, which I know a lot of people had actually complained about that, but that actually makes sense because he's a horse veterinarian. He's a rural veterinarian. He will represent Wise County well. That made complete sense. I actually took the two counties north because I didn't know which way they were going, but to me it was all rural, so whichever. I know they're different, I get it, but sorry, didn't mean to. But and then the overpopulation and stuff, but fracturing the communities is just not what anybody should want to do. And it will probably, I don't want another unnecessary lawsuit.
Chair Turner.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Representative Beckley, thanks for being here. You said that you didn't, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think you said something effective. You did not have the opportunity to meet with your Denton County colleagues to
No, we did
discuss the
not
map?
meet. If they met, I was not included, but I do not know that they met.
Okay, so you never got a call about a delegation meeting or conversation or anything like that?
No, our office reached out twice. We were told we were going to meet last week last week. There was no further information of anybody meeting. One office never responded. One said they didn't care. The other one said we were going to meet, and then we never met.
Okay, so you reached out to multiple offices,
All the offices.
all the offices, and you were told that we don't know, or there's not a meeting, or we don't know yet when the meeting will be.
Correct.
Okay, even though Chairman Hunter had requested all members of the House meet, or at least have a discussion amongst their delegations to work on a plan regionally.
Yes, and after that, we were known, or when we realized that we probably had only 2 or 3 weeks that we needed, or I think it was the beginning of this session, we reached out through our office. We have documented all of it.
So you saw Chairman Hunter's memo and you tried to do what Chairman Hunter asked the membership of the House to do, which is meet with your neighbors to talk about a redistricting plan. But
Yeah.
you were not able to do that with your colleagues.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Any other question? Thank you, Representative. Thank you. Chair Collier.